Hey, what's up, Unbroken Nation? I'm going to take you into some deep conversation here. And my hope is that in challenging in this conversation, two things will happen. One, I always want to learn, so I want to learn. And two, to really create context around this experience of personal growth, both independently and as a couple. Because I'll tell you right now, the same thing, and you already know people are thinking it, you're crazy. What are you doing? So why don't we start there? What are you doing? Why have you stayed in this? Why are you still a part of this? Why, after all of it, have you put yourself in this position where you're like, fuck it, let's battle this?
Mhm, mhm. So many reasons, and I'm really glad that you went there because, yes, you're right. Most people are like, "You're insane, and are you codependent or what's going on with that?" No, I'm not. Here's the deal. When this happened, when I found out about the first affair, I was mad. We were done. It was over. This is ridiculous. I found out about the second affair. I'm like, "Even worse. You're a psychopath. You're crazy. I hate you." As I found out about affairs 3, 4, and 5, I started getting curious because that's not normal. Because we did have a pretty darn good life. And of course, we had problems, everybody does, but things were pretty good. We had been married 23 years at that point. And I was curious, why would anybody have 5 affairs? Why would anybody do that? It didn't make sense to me. My background, before I started doing betrayal recovery coaching is I was a corporate attorney. So I'm definitely analytical and I'm always looking for the root cause. And I feel like a lot of my attorney background kicked in and I thought, what the heck? This doesn't make sense. I want to figure it out. Now, in full transparency, I wanted to figure it out so I could heal me, so I could get a narrative around my story, so I could figure it out. I wasn't thinking about him or staying together or not staying together. I was thinking about this is the person that has the information, and I want to get the information from that person. That was a process. It took a while. It's not like he said, "Oh, this is wonderful. Let's just deal with all of our trauma." No, it took time. It took fighting. It took missteps. But the more information that I received, the more it actually made sense. And then the more compassion that I would actually have for him because I did know the story of his childhood. And it would make sense. It made sense to me that he has, I hate putting labels on things, which is why I'm pausing. He's got a lot of abandonment issues. He's got a lot of the attachment issues. I know that. I understand that. When times were good in our marriage, he would cheat because he would think this is too good to be true. When times were tough in our marriage, he would cheat because he would think Laura's going to be out of here and I'm going to be left with nobody. That made sense to me. It made sense to me as he was explaining the reasons why based on what I knew about him and what he had gone through. I never intended on staying or leaving. I intended on getting more information. The more information I got, the more it made sense. The more it made sense, the more compassion that I had for him. And then it started shining the light on me. Why had I missed this? Why didn't I know this? What is it about me that attracted this? Not that I'm taking any blame, but what was my part in this? And how can I grow? And through that process, we became closer. Now, practically speaking, we also, live together. We have a family together. We have a business together. Yes, those are also reasons to stay together, but I'm also not afraid to pull the plug on it if it's not going to work. But it was just that spiral, that dance. And the more we learned and the more I understood, the closer we felt.